Hey everyone, it's Thursdays at 3. I'm your host, Jason Crespin. So glad you're joining me today. It is Thursday, November 19th, a week from Thanksgiving. So excited. I was just telling my guests, I need to stop wearing this shirt on Thursdays at 3. I'm like glowing. It's a light blue shirt. You can kind of see with the light. I feel like I'm radioactive today. I'm so sorry. But so glad you guys are watching today again, Thursday, November 19th. We have a fun show today with two of my most absolute favorite people are on. We're going to have so much fun talking about everything that's going on at ALT this week. Before we get to them, we want to talk about some things that are happening. Let us know if you're watching. Type in all that good stuff. Put on your sunglasses for my shirt because it's blinding even me. It's so sad. Couple things we want to let you guys know about at ALT. Obviously, we always have rehearsals going on in some form or fashion. One of the shows that we're rehearsing, that I'm rehearsing right now, getting ready for the holidays, is It's a Wonderful Life. That's right. Even though it's 2020, it's still a wonderful life. We want to make sure that you guys are aware our Academy will be producing this show December 11th through the 13th. That's going to be at our ALT Adventure Space. It'll be in the round. We're getting all the things ready for that. We're super excited. It's going to be a great holiday show. We want to let you guys all know that we're following all the safety protocols, all that good stuff. Jamie Humphrey, glad you're watching. Hi, friend. Glad you're watching away. But the biggest thing we want to let you know about It's a Wonderful Life is that tickets go on sale to members this coming Monday, November 23rd for members at 10 a.m. Okay. Our show, we want to remind you on December, we've added the Sunday evening show at 6:30. So we have shows on December 11th at 7:30, December 12th at 2:30 and 7:30. So we do have a Saturday matinee. And then Sunday, December 13th, we will have the Sunday matinee at 2:30, and we've already added the Sunday evening show at 6:30 because we feel like we'll need it because tickets we think are going to go really, really fast. So we want to make sure if you are a season ticket holder, be sure to get your tickets because I feel like it might go pretty quickly the week of season tickets. If you're not a season ticket holder, you can still get your season tickets. In fact, if you remember last year when we did Frozen pre-COVID, Frozen sold out before we even were able to offer tickets to the public. I kind of feel like It's a Wonderful Life might go the same route because we have a limited number of seats for the show. We're only seating about a third of the house at the Adventure Space. So we want to allow for social distancing and all that stuff. So if you are planning on seeing the show, if you don't already have season tickets, we want to let you know that you still can get season tickets. You can just go to our website or call the ALT box office. Our season ticket packages, we have great packages. You can get a 9-pack, which is a full season pack for 9 admissions, a 5-pack, which is 5 tickets, 4-pack, 4 admissions. You can see different prices. It's super cost efficient. You can use those tickets for It's a Wonderful Life or for future shows. You get discounts throughout the season. You cannot get season tickets after December 31st. So be sure to get your season tickets before then. But if anything, get your season tickets now so you can make your reservation for It's a Wonderful Life Monday morning. Send good thoughts to our box office on Monday. They're going to be super busy, all that good stuff. Jeff, hello, Mr. Jeff. Glad you're watching. We miss you. Our big old heart going out to Mr. Jeff John again. Courtney says, looking forward to seeing it. I put a notice into my phone for Monday. Smart, Courtney. So smart to put a notice and an alarm for sure. Michelle Roberts, glad you're watching as well. All of our fun friends. I love it. I love it. So yes, get your season tickets for It's a Wonderful Life if you don't have them already. In fact, right around the corner, also talking about Monday and Tuesday of next week, auditions are already going to get started for our first show that we'll be producing for 2021, and that is Little Women. Let me move to the side here so you can see me. Little Women auditions are going to be on Monday and Tuesday. There was an email that went out today of the location change. So it said it was going to be at the Turk Lobby main stage, but we're actually going to have it in the Classroom A at the ALT Adventure Space. Classroom A. Those auditions are on Monday and Tuesday, November 23rd and 24th. You can come either day at 7:30 p.m. Callie Hesick is our director for that show. She, of course, directed in Pageant Play and Over the River and Through the Woods. Last year's huge hit of Baskerville. You see the roles are available for 4 women, age ranges 16 to 30, 2 women 40 plus to play, 1 woman will play multiple roles, 2 men age range 16 to 30, and then 1 man 40 and older to play multiple roles. Our box office has the scripts ready to check out. I think they also have a digital script, so if anything, you might be able to have them email you the digital script to read. The auditions will consist of cold readings of the play. If you have any questions, be sure to ask our box office, shoot us an email. As always, check out our website, Amarillolittletheater.org. They can, I'm sure, answer any of those questions for you. Super fun show. That version of Little Women is really unique, and I think you guys are absolutely going to enjoy it. So a lot going on next week, and biggest thing right now on all of our minds are the Winter Wonderettes. You might be wondering, who are the Winter Wonderettes? Well, two of my favorite people are here to join me today to talk about this fabulous show, perfect show for the holidays. Let's bring our special guests, Miss Jennifer Akins and Mr. Shawn Walsh.
Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Hello.
I miss y'all. I want to just give you hugs in person, but we're not. We're going to be safe and all that good stuff. Also, so Jennifer and I obviously have worked on tons of shows, missing her at the theater. I also miss Mr. Shawn because poor Shawn saw a lot of me since June. Shawn, if you don't, Shawn is my realtor and helped me find my house. But Shawn and I looked at probably 4,000 houses between now and June.
Yeah.
And he was just awesome. If you're looking for a realtor, Shawn Walsh. He not only will take care of you, but also very patient with Mr. Jason, who getting beat out.
Did it.
Yes, we got it in a minute, and then got quarantined and got to put everything up that I needed to. So. You guys, how are you doing? Everything go. First off, just how are you doing today? How's your life going?
Today's good. My sweet little grandbaby is here, and his mom is here too, watching him downstairs. And my husband is still working from home. So we, right now, unless I'm going to the theater, I mostly just stay at home and keep my precious little grandson.
Oh, I love it. And
yeah.
Correct, another one is on the way. The stork is coming.
Yes, the stork is coming in May. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah. So exciting. I love it. That's so that's so fun. Such good. I love it. Shawn, how's your day going today?
My day is going good. I'll tell you though, we have been working so hard on the show. I'm kind of dragging a little bit today.
I feel for y'all. I can't even imagine. Oh, you guys have been hitting it hard. Not only have you guys been hitting it hard now, you guys have been hitting it hard for months. Let's talk about, you guys were, Jennifer had music rehearsals for Matilda. Shawn, you were already choreographing numbers in that show. You guys were plugging away at Matilda, and then of course the plug got pulled on it in the quick switch. How was that? Was that difficult to say goodbye to not only the Matilda but all the work that you guys had put into that show?
Yeah, it is a little bit hard. I feel mostly for the cast members.
Sure.
We had a lot of brand new people who have never auditioned for a show before, and it was going to be their first theater experience, and you want it to be a great experience.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't safe enough to come to fruition. Too many people.
Yeah. And hopefully they all come back to audition for future.
Yes.
We had so many Academy parents randomly that were in the show that auditioned.
Yeah.
So I'm like, guys, come back and audition for more things in the future. Shawn, where were you in the state of as far as choreography?
Well, I had only had a couple of rehearsals, so I had not gotten into it as far, but I had ramped up 2 times and then ramped up for the 3rd time. And so, I had put a lot of time in getting prepared to start rehearsals.
That's the thing that people don't realize is that you guys put in work before a rehearsal even begins. You know what I mean? Like all of all the choreography, like all of the pre-planning had been done and getting ready to then take that step with a cast. So that's got to be so hard. So I commend both of you for not only sticking with the show so many times, but then to flip on the dime and say, okay, just kidding. There's a show called Winter Wonderettes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Were either one of you familiar with Winter Wonderettes or the Wonderette franchise beforehand at all?
I was not.
No.
I had actually heard of the Marvelous Wonderettes, but I didn't really know too much about it. But I knew that it was a huge off-Broadway success.
Yeah.
And that it was a lot of fun. So when I heard about Winter Wonderettes, of course, I don't know. I love shows like this, so.
Well, Well, I was gonna say, both of you have worked on these kind of jukebox musicals before. Of course, like we've had Forever Plaid, gosh, and Shawn, you choreographed and directed that, and then had to be in Forever Plaid. Then a couple years back, we did Plaid Padding, the Cardigans, the Tapetas, Beehive. I mean, so many shows, these jukebox musical kind of review shows, have worked so well for the theater, and that you guys have been involved with before, for sure. What do you think makes those type of shows, or these type of jukebox musical shows, so special, especially around the holidays?
Well, it's a lot of songs that you already know and love, especially at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I knew most of the songs in this show, but I have to admit there were some songs I had never heard before, and some of them are fantastic.
Hey, I love
So
that.
I'm really excited to add some new songs to my little Christmas canon.
That's brilliant. I love that. I love that. Shawn, what about you? What makes it, especially this type of show, because it's, you've choreographed huge numbers, Mary Poppins, and tap numbers, and Mamma Mia, and stuff like that. And then this has 4 girls. So what makes it different
4 girls? And I think one of the things about this show is it has a lot of 50s music, and then it also has a lot of 60s music.
Okay.
So because those girls in the first show, Marvelous Wonderettes, is set in 1958, and they're at their high school prom, and they're the entertainment, and now they're in 10 years later in 1968. So we're getting music from the 50s and the 60s.
Brilliant.
So it's kind of fun because I'm getting to do lots of different styles in this, and there's the real cheesecake kind of stuff, and then the more like the Ronettes. Does everybody know the Ronettes? Do you know who they are from the 60s? And they did all this great. I mean, they were a huge popular girl group, but they have one of the most popular, still to this day, Christmas albums out. And so there's a lot of that kind of stuff. And so it's a lot of fun. Do
you go back and look at like YouTube clips of like the Ronettes and different stuff like that, just get a little inspiration, or what's your process?
I had done that before when we did Beehive. I had done a little bit of that, but I was born in 1963, and my mother was very young. And we had lots and lots of records, and we had this kind of rec room in the back of the house. And I remember, my mother taught me how to mash potato and jerk and monkey and all that stuff.
Mashed potato was a dance, not what you're going to have next week at Thanksgiving. It was actually a dance show. I love it. And Shawn was not calling me a jerk. That's also a dance move.
It's a joke. So I have special memories of dancing with my mother, and the Ronettes, and the Dee Dee Sharp with the mashed potato and all that. So.
Oh, how fun! And talking about the music, Jennifer, with this show, like normal, big musical, Matilda, different shows like that, you have 4 sopranos and 3 altos, and all these lines. These girls are each singing a line. Is that harder when it's one person, when it's those tight harmonies, but maybe a little easier because it's Christmas music, or what makes it more challenging and also easier on this type of show?
Right. Well, the easier part is that they're already familiar with the music and the chord structure and the harmonics, but it is tricky. A lot of these songs have a lot of what I call like jazz chords, and they'll throw in a 6 or 7 or 2, and so you've got like these notes that are super tight, super close together, fighting against one another. And when you sing it all together, it's just glorious. But when you're trying to do it, your brain is telling you that's wrong. That doesn't sound good. Stop doing that.
Sure. Yeah.
And so, but they are all absolutely killing it. We have such a talented group of ladies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's talk about the cast. So, Amber Dewey, let's talk about her first. Amber Dewey hasn't been at ALT in a couple years. She was in Chicago. Is that correct? And then is home for some time and came and auditioned. Amber Dewey was in Into the Woods when we did that at the main stage.
Into the Woods, Christmas Carol.
Carol, Christmas Past. So it's when I saw her name on the cast list, I got so excited to see her again. And her vocals, I remember just being so impressed at her vocals when she was in high school. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can just imagine how much more that vocals and even all of her acting aspects have developed even more. And then, of course, Michaela Guerin, our Academy soon-to-be director, who was just on stage last year in Rock of Ages, was going to be, of course, in Matilda. Obviously, like when you think of girl reviews and stuff like that, you definitely think of Michaela. I said Michaela, yeah, Guerin. I sometimes earlier PS, I typed out Michaela Tips. I still call her Michaela Tips. She's like, I've been married for 5 years. I'm like, I'm sorry. I gotta fix that. Yeah. So now every time I say, I'm like, wait, did I say the right name? And then how come Casey Humphrey able to audition? Got the clearance from ACU to audition, came back and was able to be in the show. Super fun. Bubblegum. I always think of Casey like Bubblegum. She's just the whole fun package that she's going to be great on that stage. And then Kelsey Kilburn, we all know and love, so talented. Of course, narrator and Joseph was a trio in Legally Blonde and has so well with her harmonies and stuff like that. So yeah, 4 girls who can knock it out of the park. So I'm sure that they have been working so hard.
They work hard. Yeah.
You guys have been having weekend rehearsals and meeting early and all that stuff, correct?
Yes, we are. We're rehearsing 6 days a week right now.
Wow.
For 2.5 to 3 hours at a pop, and then I do bring them early for our weeknight rehearsal, 7 instead of 7:30, just so we have a chance to run the songs again. Because even though we got through all the music in rehearsal, we've had no repetitions. So we got to get some more reps in just so that we feel more comfortable. Because now they're not just singing; they're singing and dancing and talking and acting and moving things, and it's a lot. It's a lot in your brain.
I also heard, Jennifer, you are brilliant at finding out the best way to teach something or remind something, so that one person you might give them, you're on these counts. Another person you're on the do or the la or the the language. What they with me, Jennifer knew she'd be like, just tell Jason counts because he doesn't know how many measures were in that one last section or anything like that. I was when I was in a show and I always loved it for sure. Shawn, I was thinking about you and also Jennifer, but all of on my time hop, all of our past Christmas shows have been popping up, with White Christmas. And I forgot, I know it sounds dumb, I forgot that we had a giant piano on stage that we tap danced on. Yes. That memory popped up in my head again, and I was just like, or on my phone, and I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, that was such a fun show and such a fun number.
That was a fun show.
So I know the girls right now are just so bogged down with it, but I can't wait for them when they, a couple months pass or next year when they can remember, be like, oh my gosh, remember what we did in such a short amount of time, and all of the choreography and all the music. It's going to pay off. All that hard work is for sure going to pay off that you guys have done so well. Carla,
I know that they're stressed out, but they sure do not let on.
They don't.
That's good.
They show up ready to work, and they work and they concentrate, and they don't really want to take breaks. We kind of make them take a break. But.
Sure, good. That's good. Carla Preston says, some of my favorite people I got to know is Carla. Those girls are going to be amazing. Oh, one of them is typed in. Casey says, yes, amen. She's amazing at teaching us the way each of us specifically need to be taught. She realized I need to repeat, so she'll repeat it for me over and over. But Michaela needs a do or a la, and she'll tell her what more that is. She's so good at that, and Shawn has been so patient with us at learning everything. They are the best. I love it.
Thank you, Casey.
And you have to have some sort of level of patience, because not only are you trying to get, that they have so much information in their head that they're trying to just process, and in those repeating over and over again, get muscle memory is really what it is. Are you guys finding it hard to switch gears as far as you're in the Matilda world and now you're in this world? It's a whole different type of show. It's a whole different type of sound. It's a whole different type of look. Was that a hard switch for you guys, or wasn't too bad?
I don't think we really had time to think about it.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, we got to do this. So, we just, we had auditions 2 weeks ago, last last night were the auditions. 2 weeks ago, and then we started rehearsing 2 weeks ago today.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, it's like we had auditions and we got the show cast that night, and we were like, okay,
Let's go.
what are we going to do? And
Yeah.
we're like, well, we're going to have a rehearsal tomorrow night. What are we going to do? Well, let's start with this. And
Yeah.
I mean, we just went,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
guys
so,
running.
so every day I'm preparing what we're going to do before I get there. And, I like, well, Jason, how I have to write everything down, and I'm still doing all that, but some of it I'm having to do it on the fly. So
Sure. Yeah, just because it's a big turnaround time, and you might get there and you might think this worked. Oh, it doesn't work. I got to adjust it right now because we don't have another end of dance rehearsals to.
And we do it.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. And so what we've been doing every night, because we were rehearsing without Alan. Now Alan has come in this week, so
okay.
But we learned. Well, we got through the entire score, and the girls learned the big numbers, 9 of them, and 10 of those, and we did that in 9 rehearsals.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What?
Right. So we got the entire score, learned 9 big numbers, and then there's now we're putting it all on the stage. So
for sure. That's a process to get the music, get the steps, put it together, do the acting, memorize it, keep going, knowing what's next, what's following. I mean, I doubt that any downtime, off stage or anything like that. So it's just boom, 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 pack them in and go. Another cast member just has chimed in. Michaela says, "What? Longest 2 weeks of my life." What a good 2 weeks. I love that. I love it.
It seems like it's been a month.
Yeah.
At least.
I love it. And also a family member, not only to ALT, but a true family member to you, Shawn. David Walsh says, "Hello, ALT family."
Aww.
David.
Hey,
David.
He says hearts with a mask on. I love it. we should mention that you guys are all rehearsing with masks. We're still we're still up to date with all of our safety protocols.
Yes.
Singing, dancing, masks on, making sure everyone is safe, which is another whole aspect of being careful, but also something it's hard to do a musical with a mask, rehearsing with a mask.
Yeah.
It is. It quite frankly it sucks, but nobody's complaining. Nobody's complaining. We wear the mask and we rehearse.
Sure, for sure. For anyone who's looking at potentially finding a mask, don't forget we have our ALT mask available for you. We hopefully soon, we're going to find out but closer to the holidays, we're hoping that all of our masks and the bags that we're going to be selling for the Academy, we're hoping to have all that hopefully on our website. So tune in, be on the lookout for that. With easy order, curbside pickup, all that good stuff. Ann says, "Tell it." I love it. Amen. David says, "Crazy times. I'm glad to hear ALT is being a leader in the community. We're trying to keep leading our community the best we can and as safe as we can while still staying open, for sure. It's definitely hard, but we're doing everything that we can to keep everyone safe, not only our patrons, but our volunteers, our production team, and our amazing actors as well." Do you guys have a special place in your heart for holiday shows? You guys have worked on so many holiday shows for sure. And is it something that every year it's like, okay, are we going to do a holiday show? Or, what I mean? I feel like sometimes, and this is from an acting standpoint, I remember the second time we did A Christmas Carol, I was ready for Christmas to be done. Like, you know what I mean? Because by the time you've been rehearsing for so long,
you get too much.
Yeah, and then you get to Christmas, you're like, I'm done with the snow, with the holidays, blah, blah. But obviously with this one, it's so short and so jam-packed, you probably don't have time to think about it. But then I look back at shows like White Christmas and, Christmas Story that has so much fun and so many fun memories that I look back with such joy about those holiday shows. But they're a different type of show for sure.
Yeah.
Well, this year in particular, we need a little Christmas and we need it right now.
Amen.
Right.
So I'll tell you what, I have, even though I've been stressing about, getting prepared for rehearsal and everything.
Sure.
Once we're in the rehearsal, I just feel this zen, come over me. And I think that we all just have this common goal. So, I think the first thing I said is no judging here. I mean, we're not going to judge.
Yeah.
We've got this job to do. We know we have to do it, and we're just going to work hard. But, we've had fun.
Good.
And I think it's been a great escape for all of us. It certainly has for me. And so I think when we look back at this time, it will be one of those very, very special Christmas memories.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you're right. I mean, even with me with It's a Wonderful Life rehearsals, it's like those special shows, those holiday shows have some sort of message or some sort of profound aspect in it. And it's just like in this space right now, I'm reminded about how important our job is to our community, to remind them about these things for sure. And Jennifer, with the music too, I mean, these songs that these girls are going to sing, it's just going to bring back so many positive memories of families, Christmas is past. And I know I have special memories when I think of a certain movie or certain music of a song when it comes to Christmas. And so I think you guys are brilliant at being leaders of bringing this joy to our community. Because I think that's what's going to happen is we need some more joy. We need just as best as we can, for sure.
Yeah.
It takes me back.
I'll tell you this too about this script. You read the script, and it's hokey and it's silly, but the script. Alan was commenting last night. We've been just lacing the whole show together with the scenes, and Alan is doing a brilliant job of putting the show together with all the pieces that Jennifer and I have worked on. And it's amazing how the script really just works into the show, and the way the characters are created and everything. It's delightful. And so it's just going to be fun. There is so much comedy in it.
I love it. We need the comedy. We need some fun times.
We need the comedy.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer, you were going to say about the music?
Yeah, about the music. The music, and I told the ladies this. There's a little part in the show where they sang Little Saint Nick, which is one of my favorite kind of rock and roll Christmas songs. And as a child, we talking about Shawn's records, we decorated our Christmas tree every year to the John Denver and the Muppets Christmas album. And so I can't hear Little Saint Nick without hearing Animal, saying run, run, reindeer. And it just makes you feel good. So I feel good every night when we're doing these songs.
I love that. And that's not only great for our cast, our audiences, but almost therapeutic for you guys and for the cast. You know what I mean? Like, I needed that tonight after a stressful day or whatever. I love that for sure. With the show too, I think obviously Alan kind of mentioned this in the newsletter, with Curious Incident, how great of a show, thinking show and this and that people were like, we loved it, but we need something a little lighter. And this is exactly what it is. It's going to be, sugar on sugar with some more sugar, and it's going to be
cherry on top. Yeah.
I love it. So for those people who don't know, the biggest gist of the show is the four ladies are they're the Wonderettes, and they're performing the show at a hardware store, correct? And is it like a Christmas party basically?
It's a Christmas party. It's the hardware company's Christmas party, and one of the girls, Betty Jean, works for that company, and she has ever since she was in high school.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And so
the other girls are coming to help.
Is there an intermission? Is it an Act 1, Act 2 type show? Or Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Well, I do know that our amazing ALT tech crew has been working hard on the set, getting it ready. This was earlier, Christmas trees.
Oh,
that's so pretty.
I know, right? It's so beautiful.
That's just today.
Yeah. I think it was today that they've been working on them. I was like, I remember that Christmas tree from, and I was just trying to listen to all of these. We had a lot of those trees in it, which is so fun. And I was going to say, just for fun, I just want to remind people in case they're new this year to ALT, let's talk. Jennifer, remind me, what was your first show to work on at ALT?
Well, it was almost a little bit of an accident. My husband at the time was in Tommy at the Adventure Space. I didn't know about the theater. I'd hardly ever been here. Didn't know anybody at the theater. But I came to see the show, and then they found out there were 4 keyboard players in that band. Ooh. That the keyboard 2 guy was moving to Dallas and had to miss the last Sunday. And they're like, we need a sub. And he's like, my wife plays the piano. So I came in and I subbed that last show, and I have been there ever since.
Crazy. Making that decision, coming and subbing would be like,
yes.
I have great theater with this organization for years on it.
Yeah.
I was in that production, and man, that was, at some time, y'all need to sit down with me and Jennifer. We'll tell you stories about that. It was a crazy show. And then, Shawn, what about you? What was your first show to either be involved with or in at ALT?
The first show that I was in at ALT was Anything Goes in 1990.
I didn't know it was Anything Goes.
1990, wow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then the second show I was in was Pump Boys and Dinettes. It was that same year.
Wow, very cool.
And then I've just been a fixture ever since. The first show that I choreographed.
It wasn't asked that. What was it?
On the main stage was Nonsense.
Oh,
it was like 1993, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. And Jen, what was the first show that you were official music director? Was it South Pacific?
Yeah, South Pacific was the main stage show. My first show that I was the music director for was Urinetown.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Because Jim Gardner was the music director, but he wanted to audition for the show. And that's the same thing that happened for South Pacific.
Sure. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, Urinetown and Shawn was
Urinetown. That was a fun show.
That show. I mean, it was such special memories with Urinetown.
Yeah.
At some point, if we have time down the line, we need to do a alternative places concert.
Yes.
Together talking about. All I remember is Amber Burton in a sleeping bag. That's all we got to talk about right now.
Falling out.
We'll you in again. Buy us all a drink sometime.
I never even got to see that.
So. It was really excellent.
It was perfection for sure. Yeah. Well, I just love that you guys have not only been such staples at ALT, but providing so much talent on stage, off stage, just helping with all aspects of the theater. Fun story. Shawn, I always hate this story, but Shawn was in my first show at ALT, which was, of course, West Side Story. I've talked about it many a time. And Shawn and I, at the very opening of the show, we got to fight each other in the prologue. He was a jet and I was a shark. I was a naive little 15-year-old, so excited to be at ALT, but also wanted to like prove myself and blah, blah, blah. And there was a time where I got a little too close and I accidentally punched Shawn right in the throat. And I mean,
oh my gosh.
I thought I was going to like get thrown out fire. I was so scared. And Shawn was so sweet about it. He was like, well, you got me on the throat. Like, maybe don't do that next time. And I was like, I'm so sorry. So nice about it. But I remember thinking like,
oh
no. That was my last show at ALT. Like, didn't know how to throw a punch then, still don't really know how to throw a punch.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh, sorry, Shawn. But I will say that was just like I think hopefully all shows at ALT, like everyone was so inviting and welcoming, and I feel like that's so important about ALT and why we need to keep our doors open as long as we can, because we're a space for people to come and get that therapy, like you said, sing the songs and find the joy and be able to express themselves and tell a story that enlightens somebody else's life in the theater, which I think is so just important for sure.
It's an absolute escape. Even to rehearsal.
Yeah.
It's an escape. Especially this year, it's a massive escape for me.
Yeah. Well, you guys are awesome. Those of people who are watching, we want to make sure you guys know exactly how you can get tickets for the Winter Wonderettes. Super, super amazing show. Those tickets are on sale right now for season ticket holders. Again, if you're not a season ticket holder, you can get those season tickets right now and then start your reservations for Winter Wonderettes. The tickets will go on sale to our general public this coming Monday, November 23rd. Where have we heard that date before? Because don't forget, It's a Wonderful Life tickets go on sale to members on Monday the 23rd. So guys, Monday 23rd, going to be busy at that box office.
Busy, yeah.
So if you are already wanting to get Wonderette tickets, get your membership now so you can get your tickets now. You don't have to worry about getting them next week.
Again, you know, like you were saying, Jason, about the limited seating.
Yes.
Same deal at the main stage.
Exactly.
We're only going to have about a third of the seats. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's true. So those of you who don't know, I mean, gosh, Lissa and Joe were awesome at creating the system, and they took so much time to make it work. But basically what happens is when somebody buys a ticket or the box office sells a ticket or seats, an automatic bubble gets put around those seats so nobody can purchase those seats.
That's good.
So it's social distancing as people are buying tickets, which means that maybe 150 tickets will be sold out of all 453 tickets that could be sold. In doing so, we want to remind people that, yes, as you guys buy your tickets, the show will be December 3rd through the 20th. 3 weekends, the first weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No matinee the first weekend, but then the second and third weekend, matinees at 2:30, along with, of course, Thursdays at 7:30, Fridays and Saturdays at 8 o'clock. But what we want to tell people is if you're worried about COVID safety protocols or anything like that, check out our website. You can click on the COVID-19 protocols, has all of our main stage protocols, all of our backstage protocols, has a great video that Alan and I did about all the safety protocols for the main stage theater. If you haven't been to the theater yet, we're going ticketless, so we want to make sure you have your tickets beforehand. All those tickets also have different entrances, so all that information will be on your tickets, and of course our box office will let you know. But we're doing all of the safety protocols to make sure you feel safe. One thing we want to make sure everyone also knows is if you're coming to see the show, you got to sit where your tickets are. A lot of times somebody might sit down and be like, ooh, there's some great seats up ahead. Let's move before the show starts. No, those seats are actually sold. Those are blocked off on purpose for us to be able to create that social distance.
Right.
So stay in those seats and wear your masks. We're requiring everyone to wear their masks at ALT for rehearsals, to see a show, to come in just to buy your tickets. All of those things, you must be wearing your mask at ALT. That goes for not only Winter Wonderettes, but of course, It's a Wonderful Life as well. This just in from ALT, they say shop online if you can. That's right. So if you're buying those tickets and you're like, I'm just going to call, probably the phone call is probably going to be busy on Monday the 23rd. Yes, probably going to get a busy signal. So if you can, get those tickets online, because I'm telling you right now, Wonderettes is selling quickly. It's a Wonderful Life is going to sell quickly as well. And we want to make sure that you guys get to see these fabulous shows. Not only see the shows, but see the hard work that the cast has been doing. That these two amazing individuals, Jennifer and Shawn, plus of course Alan, all the hard work that they've put into this show. You got to come see it. A fun thing too is if you're interested, you could purchase season tickets or tickets to the show for a great holiday gift. If you're like, what do I get my boss this year? Get them tickets to Winter Wonderettes. While you're at ALT, if you're looking for a stocking stuffer, buy a gift card while you're at ALT. Put them in your stocking stuffer. They can use them for classes. They can use them, to buy cocktail drinks, all that stuff. We're a one-stop shop when it comes to ALT for sure. And we'll have more information coming up about all of the things you can purchase at ALT. You guys, Jennifer, Shawn, I love working with you guys. I'm so glad that I got to share this afternoon with you guys for Thursday.
Both love you.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see your work on stage. I can only see out of the first 2 weekends, there's only one show I can see because of It's a Wonderful Life. Because I have rehearsals and then my shows that following week. So I will be there on Saturday, I think it's the 5th. That first Saturday, the 5th, I'll be there laughing and all I get to hooping and hollering as best as I can for sure. Carla says, I need some Christmas happiness in my life. Can't wait. Us too, Carla. We can't wait. The Winter Wonderettes can wait a little bit. They're like, wait a little bit. We need a little more time to get all these numbers in our head and make sure choreography and all that stuff. So, but we can't wait. Tune in next week, Thursday. Next week is, of course, Thanksgiving. But I'm hoping to get all 4 Winter Wonderettes on Thursday at 3, but we'll probably either do it on Wednesday or on Friday. So be on the lookout. We'll have the cast of Winter Wonderettes for Thursdays at 3 next week. It won't be at Thursday, it won't be at 3, but we'll find a time to do it on either Wednesday or Friday to talk to the cast. I know, I was like, we'll be doing Thursdays at 3 on Wednesday, but
Wednesday at 2.
Friday at 4. Who knows when it'll be? But it'll be a good time for sure. Jennifer and Shawn, if I don't see you before then, I hope you both have a great, safe Thanksgiving. I know we should talk about real quick. The cast and the production team, everyone is so dedicated at making sure they are staying safe because, man, if something happens and one of them has to go, there goes the whole show. So you guys have all been dedicated to that. So just as a staff member here at ALT, I want to thank you for that because a lot of the times it's important to understand the sacrifices that everyone is making to make sure that this show goes up and is able to provide not only, a great show for the community, but also, of course, a show for the theater to sell tickets to, because I mean, that's important for ALT's bottom line is to sell some tickets. So cannot wait to see the show. I love you both so much. Tune in next week, guys, for Thursdays at 3. Say a prayer for the box office Monday on the 23rd at 10 a.m. They're going to be crazy busy. Get your tickets now for Winter Wonderettes. Get season tickets for It's a Wonderful Life. And we will see you safely with a mask at ALT the next time we see you guys. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great night.
Bye.